Welcome to Opera Fan Dallas. Today's episode is a synopsis of the Royal Opera House's production of the opera Carmen by George Bizet. See the description for details. Set in Seville, Carmen is a free-spirited gypsy queen who dumps her clingy soldier ex for a hot bullfighter. What could possibly go wrong? We open in Seville, where the soldiers are standing around doing what they do best, nothing. Enter Micaëla, the poster child for the good, wholesome fiancé material, who asks about her man, Don José. But honestly, nobody cares, because here comes Carmen. She struts out of the cigarette factory like she is a star in a reality TV show, which, let's face it, she basically is. She sings the habanero, a salty little TED Talk about love, and it is wild and uncatchable. Meanwhile, she makes sure every single man in the courtyard plaza is indeed caught. Don José, the most rule-following buttoned-up soldier you have ever seen, instantly goes from military discipline to dumbstruck schoolboy. Carmen gets into a brawl because it's Tuesday. Don José is ordered to arrest her. Well, she flirts with him, she sings, she bats her eyes. She gives him a rose. Don José is convinced this is a sign of undying love, and she is his soulmate, and he lets her escape. Congratulations, Don José. You just traded your honor for a flower. Carmen and her besties are partying at the tavern with smugglers, con men, and anyone else who'll buy a drink. In swaggers Escamillo, a bullfighter with the confidence of 10 Kardashians and a wardrobe to match. He belts out the Toreador song, which is basically, I slings the bull, I wear a wardrobe so tight that you can tell my religion, and all the ladies love me. The crowd swoons. Carmen, not so much. She plays it cool. Don José finally shows up fresh out of jail. Remember the whole oops, I let my prisoner escape thing? And Carmen immediately ropes him back in with another dance, and he is supposed to go back to his post, but Carmen pouts and she sings and says, if you love me, you will quit your job and run away with me and live in the mountains. Don José says very little. The situation escalates, and Don José's superior officer comes to fetch him. A brawl ensues, and now he has no choice but to desert the army, because apparently that's what a responsible human being would do. Now, living the glorious life of hiding in the mountain with smugglers, José is predictably miserable. Carmen, however, is thriving. She and her girlfriends are playing with tarot cards and telling each other's fortune, and Carmen draws the death card. She shrugs it off like a parking ticket. Meanwhile, Don José is spiraling into obsessive, jealous boyfriend mode. Escamillo appears looking to party with Carmen, and he and Don José nearly get into a duel. But the smugglers separate them, and he invites everyone to Seville for his bullfight and Tupperware party. Micaëla, still clinging to the hope like a Hallmark character, shows up in the middle of this chaos. She tells Don Jose that his mother is dying, for which he is finally temporarily snapped out of his Carmen-induced fever dream. But even then, he storms off and he promises, "I'll be back." Meanwhile, back in Seville, the town is going absolutely berserk for Escamillo's bullfight. There's a parade, there's cheering crowds, there's probably glitter. Carmen is proudly ensconced on Escamillo's arm because she has a PhD in upgrading her boyfriend. Escamillo departs for the arena and the cheering crowd is in tow. Carmen, God knows why, stays behind on the streets alone like a soon-to-be victim on an episode of SVU. Don Jose, sweaty, desperate, armed with a knife, opera's least sexy accessory, begs Carmen, please come back. Every time Carmen tells him no, the crowd cheers in the arena. The real entertainment's out here, not back in the arena. She sings that famous aria, "No means no." Don Jose, taking the award for worst boyfriend ever, decides, well, if I can't have you, no one will have you. And he stabs her outside the arena. Meanwhile, back in the bull ring, the crowd cheers for Escamillo's victory. And curtain. Click on the circle on the side of the screen to subscribe.